Welcome back to What Would Charlie Shoot? We're moving right along with the Photo Boot Camp Challenge. We're on lesson number 18 today. We're doing 30 days to learn your camera, a lesson of photography boot camp stuff that you'll love. Let's go as always. And a lot of my students love unconventional exercises to learn their cameras. So I like to give the gift of photography beyond what the f-stop, shutter speed, ISO, and basic lessons can give. And I'm doing this 30-day series as a holiday gift for y'all to learn your camera. Even if you're a seasoned professional, I promise that you'll be able to take away some new skills from my series. And the beauty of this series is that you can repeat the exercises as many times as you like to learn something new. Before we get started, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe on the following channels so you can get all 30 lessons. You can repeat the prior lessons and all that good stuff, and we'll go from there. Number 1 is on Medium. Jump over to https://medium.com/@CharlieNabeck. You can read about the lessons there. You can also follow. Number 2 is on Anchor, which is at https://anchor.fm/Charlie-Nabeck. You can listen to my podcast there. You can hear the lessons, or you can jump over to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and where podcasts live if you want to follow and subscribe on your favorite channels. Number 3 is over on YouTube. Jump over to https://www.youtube.com/C as in cat/Charlie Nabeck. You can watch the lessons or you can listen there too. It's a relatively new adventure for me where I removed all my old videos when the pandemic hit. So yeah, I've got 9.48k subscribers there, but the channel has been inactive until recently when I started posting again. And if you didn't know it already from the prior exercises, I am also a photo coach online on Zoom. And in all transparency, I share these lessons with you so you can grow as a photographer. And if you need any help or if you have any questions about photography, you want to learn something new, you can book a call with me over on https://calendly.com/CNP call/1 hour. I'm happy to help you if you have any questions or concerns and get you going and inspired on your photography. After you finish following the channels, make sure you get all 30 lessons for all 30 days that I'm sharing. Let's proceed with the 18th lesson today. Moving right along. Now, lesson number 18, we're going to photograph a stranger and we're going to give them a picture. Now, before you get all scared, let me go ahead and break this down for you so that it is very easy. As we get closer to Christmas, let's turn our cameras to give someone else the gift of photography. Today's assignment is to photograph a stranger. Before you say that strangers are scary, let me give you some tips on how I have photographed strangers before to make this really easy for you. Number 1, most of the time the stranger that you choose is more afraid than you are to get the photograph done. So don't be too scared about this, it's really easy. Number 2, approach someone that looks like you as an easy in for starters. People relate to relatability. Number 3, wave and smile when you ask somebody to pose for you. Don't scowl, don't dress all in black, things like that. People don't really react too well to that. I've had that experience before and I lived in New York City. There's a lot of ways to do this, but that's one of them I probably wouldn't do for this exercise. I'll give you a couple quick examples on here as well. So one time I was walking the streets in New York and I saw a woman in a very shiny and sparkly dress. It was around Fashion Week. I was photographing for several publications that I did street style for, and at the time I knew this woman would be a wonderful fit to write a piece on. So she was on her cell phone and I did not want to interrupt the call, so I simply waved to her to get her attention as I smiled and I pointed to my camera and I pointed back at her. She gave me a nod of approval and smiled in return. I made a photograph and she ended up on page 6 of a very notable newspaper at the time. Another time I saw a gentleman with a cat in his backpack. How often do you see a cat riding in a backpack? I thought it was pretty odd that somebody'd carry a cat in their backpack with its head poking out of the bag, and the cat would not jump out and run away. I knew that the cat was my, quote, in with this gentleman. He clearly cared about the cat enough to carry it with him, so I simply called out to him and I said, "Hey, nice cat, what kind of cat is that?" The man stopped in his tracks and he smiled at me and started to tell me the story of his cat named Tally. He is from Brooklyn on his way to the Bronx to see his father, and he could not leave his cat home by itself in long days, so he trained his cat to ride in his backpack. I thought, how cool is that? I made a wonderful portrait of the man with his cat in Union Square, and I ended up sending him a portrait via email to say thank you. Now, the email came back to me a couple weeks later from this guy, And he thanked me and he shared with me that he made a framed portrait of him and his cat for his mom for the holidays. She loved the gift a lot. Now, today, when you ask a stranger to pose for you for a portrait, don't be scared. Think about this as an adventure and be respectful of people too. Everybody has a story to share, and if you give someone a genuine compliment, it can open doors to be a new friend for you as well. If somebody says no for any reason, no worries. There's a lot of people out there in the world that you can photograph. Choose somebody else to ask to pose for you instead. Now, here's a couple of details for the exercise. Number one, grab a snack and a beverage to get some energy to prepare for your shoot. Number two, choose a busy area that has several people to head out to with your camera. Number three, sit in one spot if possible and wait for someone interesting to walk by. Number four, when the individual that you would like to photograph walks by you, try calling out to them with one of the following techniques that I mentioned above to smile and point to the camera and then point to them, or give them a genuine compliment and strike up a conversation before asking to make the portrait. If you need a scapegoat for this exercise, tell them that your teacher, me, gave you a horrible assignment to photograph a stranger, and ask them if they'd pretty please pose for you. They'll normally laugh at this and they'll say yes to this most of the time. It's about 80% success rate for you, so there you go. You're welcome. Number five, prepare yourself. Many people are going to say no before you get a yes in this assignment as well. Don't take it personally. People are in a hurry around the holidays. They have many insecurities about themselves that makes them not want to pose for a portrait as well. So no worries, it's not on you on this. Number six, once you get your portrait of your stranger, make sure to ask them for their name and best way that you can send them a copy of the image as a thank you. This could be an email or it could be on social media. That normally works best. Number seven, return home and load your images up on your computer and feel free to edit to your liking. Give a copy of your best images to your new friend that you made on the street, no longer a stranger, if possible. And last but not least, post your image up of your stranger to social media and tag Share Picture Magazine and hashtag thank you new friend. If you want to be a part of the community that I run for my students, you can jump over to https://shareapicturemagazine.com and you can follow the contributor instructions there. I built a wonderful community of different students and they post up their work and they write about it. It's a really supportive community and I'd love to invite you to be a part of this as well. If you like to write, take a moment to write about the experience with this and share what you feel online and as you explore the exercise and all the boot camp challenge. You can repeat this as often as possible from different starting points. Remember to follow me on Medium, on Anchor, and on YouTube for all the different exercises for the different 30 days. And tomorrow I'm going to be posting up a very exciting new exercise for you, so make sure to tune in and return back as well. Good luck, happy shooting. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.